we was on the farm. My great-grandmother, she had bought some land. What I was told that she bought the land from somebody. She worked on a boat down in the Caribbean. We thought it was Venezuela. She was born in Venezuela. So we were just on that big land. You know, you're on a big farm, you might not go nowhere, but on that farm, if it's yours, then you work it, or have somebody work it for you. Mecklenburg. We started out in, I started out in D.C. So when we went back down there, and I would have been in a grade, 2 grades higher than the other kids down there.
What were your favorite subjects in school?
Well, I just like to read most of the things. I liked history. I went to public school, and they used to, because I was so short. Then they got so they'd ask me questions. Well, what's the answer to something? I said, I thought you knew how to do that. I was too small to play baseball. 5 foot. Maybe I probably wasn't even 5 foot then. Really disturbed, because I went to Catholic school too. So that took me from out of the yard. It was me and Thomas, one other minority, and all the rest of the kids was in Catholic school because the parents couldn't send them to, you know, pay no tuition, but they still had to pay money to go to the Catholic school.
A swimmer?
Oh yeah, I was a swimmer now. They didn't know I could swim. Yeah, I could burn them up in the swimming. I couldn't, and running. I was a runner and a swimmer.
Did you tell them how you swam in the nude at the Y?
Oh yeah, that was. I used to live next door to the YMCA in D.C. The building is still standing. It's on the National Register, and the boys swimmed in the nude.
Did you go to high school?
Yeah.
And where was that, in D.C.?
D.C.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you go to college?
Yeah, I got a scholarship up there, but my mother got sick and I had to abandon that. Come back home and got a job.
Did you tell them where you went to college and that you were one of the top runners?
Oh yeah. They want me to play football, right? You little teeny guy like that. I said, but when it came down to running, I ran against 3 record holders, world record holders, and I came in 4th. So I felt good.
So you were fast.
I was fast.
Did you tell them you studied architecture?
Yeah,
Drafting?
yeah, I got into that. I'm trying to think.
How many years of college did you have?
I went a year and a half when I went to the drafting, because they had a lot of schools.
Oh, and how you got there? Didn't the people your mother worked for was responsible for you to go into school out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing about a scholarship. I know I didn't have no money. I didn't have no job.
What was the first job you had when you were growing up?
Paper boy.
Paper boy.
I told you I had a job working with the Washington Post for 10 years. On income. And Safeway. I carried orders at Safeway.
With your wagon?
With my wagon. I want a wagon for, you know, you get some new prescriptions, then they'll give you a wagon. After I got in the Army, got drafted in the Army, they said, we're going to send you to the University of Michigan for meteorology. I said, meteorology? He said, yeah, you can learn how to predict the weather. Okay, I'll go. It's a piece of cake. It wasn't, I mean, after I learned the clouds and the winds and all the rest of the stuff, the other guy said, how you know that? I said, I just read it right there in the book. You know, I remembered it.
What led up to you joining the Army?
It was a president named John Eisenhower. Once you register, I came from school, registered, then I had to go to Fort Hollyberg up in Maryland, to be examined. I went up there and got examined. About 5 weeks later, I got a notice to report to be inducted into the U.S. Army. So, went to the U.S. Army. Anyway, that was the big thing that I was in for treat when I first got down. Because I already knew about being surrogated and all that stuff. But I got down there and they flew us down. I got down there and we lined up like from here probably down to the courthouse, and the guy got up. I never will forget it. He got up and said, all right, all you white boys get over here, all you niggas get over there. Well, the guy said, he called me. I said, I ain't bleeding no way. He didn't throw no rock at me or nothing. A lot of the guys were making, saying, you can't talk. I said, man, you're in the Army, man. They didn't put you in jail. Then a lot of them couldn't read and write. Because I was with the guy that was calling the roll. I didn't know he couldn't read. He'd get somebody to stand behind it, and he'd say, call the roll. He said, Alan, get up here, so and so. He couldn't read or write neither. But these guys had been in World War I. And whatever they said went. So I was just one little grain of sand on the beach. That's the way I used to put it. One little sand, grain of sand on the beach doesn't change much.
Well, now, where were you stationed?
I started out at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. That's where 80% of the people from the East Coast, that's where they went in service.
And so from Fort Jackson, where did you go?
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. They said, oh, well, you go. See, they didn't care what you wanted to do. They said, we need so many people to go to engineering school. Burwell, so-and-so, so-and-so. First 80 people or whatever. Then they ended up going to Missouri. I did real good in the demo because I knew how many cc's you had to have to blow up a tree. So, you just don't take a whole stick of dynamite to blow up a twig. So I kind of did real good, and then they needed people to go to build a dam on the Nile River. So I got hooked up on that. Learned how to use all kinds of other tools. So I came home, getting ready to ship out. We got back. Russia took that mission. So now you got about 120 people in the army.
That was the Aswan Dam? That was the Aswan Dam?
Yeah, that's what they went to. We was gonna build the dam.
Now, did you actually go to Egypt or not?
No, they didn't let us go.
Oh, okay, because the Russians stepped in.
And now what are you gonna do with these people? It's got 8 or 9 months of building this, going to learn how to build a dam, and you don't get the mission. So they sent us. I went back and they put me on the boat. You going to Germany? So I got on the boat, went to Germany, got off, lined up. So somebody said, anybody here can speak German? I said, all right, go stand over there. So I went over there and stood on the other side. Then eventually I went up to see the lady that's the Fräulein that was in charge. She said, you sprechen Sie Deutsch? I said, ich sprechen Sie Deutsch, gnädige Frau, verstehen? She said, you'll be all right. I was a little short guy. Then they said, well, we got to put you somewhere. So they put me in a line company, infantry. And that didn't last long. That gave me another job. And now we need somebody over here because I couldn't carry all that big heavy stuff that they guys were carrying anywhere. I'm about, shoot, I was tall by then. I was about 5'3", weighed about 80 pounds. But the really thing that got me is my feet. I never, when I got in the Army, they gave me two pair of 9s. I wore 5 1/2. This ain't no nursery around here. Where you gonna get them little teeny shoes? And then I found out the system. The Army only ordered once a year, February, for them little shoes. I don't know how they get them. I never did get no shoes that fit. And the closest I got to the 6 or 6 1/2. I shine them. Man, they look good.
You were deployed to Germany, but you already knew German, so you taught yourself these languages?
No, I had to learn some people in D.C. They was from Berlin, and they would always speak. Come and see here better. So you go over there, and they all speak in German, so you just come. And I had no idea that Berlin at that time was behind the Iron Curtain.
How did you get into learning, I understand, 5 different languages you speak?
Oh yeah, well, I already knew 3 when I got there. Then I got on the boat.
What languages were those?
Spanish, Italian, some Greek stuff, Spanish, Yiddish, a couple of other languages that my grandparents used to could speak there. Because I thought I'd never learn German, but it came real easy. But Korean was a little bit different because it's some words mean 5 different things, but it's the same word.
Mhm.
But that was the most challenging part. And then you will learn if you go to a country and stay there a little bit. You will learn how to say something. Because everybody think they all Americans speak English. I said, no Americans speak English. He said, yes, I speak English. I said, I see, old chap, scuff the guts and all that like that, you know. As long as you all like it. So you speak English, huh? Last time I never was a drinker. I bet they say beer. Yeah, it's bitter. I'd have been a wine drinker, I guess, if I was going to be a drinker. But I never got into the stuff. I see what it do to other people.
So in Germany you could speak their language,
Oh, I
but
used
to
to-
not drink their beer.
I have ein Bier bitte. 1 beer. I just get Heineken.
Did you tell me you were a good dancer and you never danced close? 'Cause you didn't
Oh,
want to-
no. I'm a good dancer. The reason I never danced close, because I used to have my shirts made with my initials on it, clothes made, and I did not want no 10-cent perfume or cheap lipstick on my clothes.
Love it.
So I'll dance like, I can waltz, I can jitterbug, I can do a whole lot of things. But no, plus these tall girls, this little guy dancing with the giraffe over it. I'm the little turtle on the ground. He ain't see me. I really had a lot of places that I wanted to go to, and I got to go to thanks to you guys that pay taxes.
You mentioned that you were deployed to Greece at one point?
Oh yeah. Well, they sent us down there to get to Greece. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to see what the Greeks were all about. You know, you read all this, how they could do this and do this, until they made a ship, and then that was the end of them. They didn't progress up the chain. I wanted to go to Greece. But I wanted to go to Greece, and I went to the Greek jump school over there. And everywhere you go is something I want to read. That guys, I see when you get back, I'm going in there. looking for Hercules. I ain't seen him yet. But it's, you know, so many tales about the Greek mythology. They're going over there to see the Muhammad Ali fight. I'm going over there to see what Pluto was talking about. They are close-knit, the Greeks are. But they get mean. They can get mean. Especially when I got into this special ops. That's different. It's Army, but it's altogether different.
Yes, I can imagine.
And they say, well, this is what we need. We'll just send somebody to meteorology school, learning you got to halfway predict the weather, learn about all the clouds and the winds and all that stuff, which is very good, especially when you're in a place like down in Argentina. The closest town is 700 miles, 3,000 miles from Antarctica. So there is no radio. But I just wanted to learn how to know what went on upstairs. But we don't, y'all down here don't see, y'all only see a little bit. The real weather's upstairs, where it blows, winds going this way, winds going that way. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, for me, wouldn't put no money in my pocket.
Nah.
But I did learn how to kind of predict the weather. Did you ever go to jump school? Yes, I went to jump school. Did you go to Halo school? I went to Halo school.
Now tell me about Halo School.
Oh, now that's the good school. For instance, you jump from 40,000 feet up. Now, if I was going to land at the CVS, okay, if we we're going to jump in CVS, we would leave the aircraft at 40,000 feet higher at Zions Crossroads. That's where we would probably exit the aircraft to get to go down to the CVS over here in Orange. That's how far we'll just track in, go out at 40,000 feet up higher, and everybody goes their own way and holding no hands and land.
So what kind of protective clothing?
Yes, you will have on clothes because it's very cold up at 40,000 feet, and the weight of your body, you got to have clothes on.
What about breathing apparatus?
Oh, you can breathe. It's enough air that you can sustain your air, but your body can't take that. Can't take the cold. I mean, cause you moving, so you're not up there that long, but you get frostbitten.
So you free fall.
Free fall.
To what altitude?
Oh, that's determined by a whole lot of things. The wind. We did brief you on it about where you should pull out. Well, if you can see the ground, you can see probably over in Culpeper, and you know where you want to go. And then you can guide yourself. If you're going too fast, then you go this way, I'll go around, make circles, and come around till you get ready to drop. So it's very safe. Very seldom anybody at free fall get hurt. I don't think we lost but 2 people that I knew. And one of them ran into a tree. I think it was a tree. The thing cut his neck, and then he surpassed.
Now, you were telling me that you were sewing parachutes?
Oh, yeah. I went to parachute rigger school. There it is, where it is. It's in there somewhere.
Rigger school?
That's it right there. You're not going to see very many of these. That's a 4-month school. You go to the school, you learn they bring this thing out, it looks like a pencil, and it's got a little hole in the end of it. That's simulating a needle. You got to learn how to thread the needle, then you have to learn how to put it in the machine and get the tension on it. Most people say, man, that's too much for me. I don't need this. I want to terminate. So I went on up there, 'cause I could sew anyway on old thing. I could already sew. I went to Tokyo, and we went over there to salvage some parachutes. Okay, so we got over there. We could be over there for 40 some days. So we get over there and open up these containers. And I opened them up, and guess what was inside? I looked at it, it said, Orange Silk Mill, Orange, Virginia. I am so glad that they did not try to let somebody use them, because silk wouldn't have never opened up. They had 90 of them over there. They had built in 42 and 43. Somebody from Orange sold the Army these parachutes. They wouldn't have worked.
And how you had to gather up your own parachute and fold it once you landed.
Yeah, well, yeah, you wanna, you what you do, you just elongate it, then you roll it up like this, put it in the bag, put it on your back, and walk it out. I got a couple of tree jumps down in Panama. Yeah, 2 at Fort Bragg too, a couple in Germany.
Where you got hung up on the tree?
Well, it just deterred the Panama's got a little small drop zone. Ain't big as not. And most of the time, at least 1 or 2 people go in the tree.
How did you get out?
Oh,
Get a knife?
got your knife. Reach down to like it, pull your knife out, and cut yourself out. But you got to look around to see what's supporting you. You got to, if it's weight on it, you don't want to cut that one. you know.
Now, were you a jump school instructor?
No, I was a jump master.
Jump master.
Yeah, about 300 times or more.
Now, what's involved with that task?
Okay, we're all on the plane, and it's a jump master, and he talks to the people on the plane, and they'll tell you when you're getting close to where you're going to deploy. Everybody sitting down. I tell them, stand up. Then you tell them, check your equipment. They go through that, make sure there's not no bones or nothing on it. And then when you get about six minutes out, that's when I say, stand in the door. And then it's when you stand in the door. And then the next guy behind you, then I say, go, go. If you jump in 2 sticks, by that time, in a minute, if it's 16 people, they already go. Everybody want to get out.
Do you ever have to push anybody out the door?
I had 2 people that refused to jump. So I have to unhook them, take him to the back of the aircraft. Then there's a thing that he's got to sign that he refused, and I have to stay with the aircraft to carry him back to where the plane landed. And then they take him to the hospital or do whatever they do with it. Special forces are students, but they do things that you want. If it's something that they people back here need to get, they'll send a team in there to get, probably just a flower. If they want it, they'll send somebody in there to get it, and it'll never go out by car. We got an aircraft, we'll go in there and get it. But most of the guys stayed. I was with some guys 6, 7, 8, 12 years. Especially on the Mekong Delta. It's in Vietnam, and then Laos. So you have to learn where you're at, where you're going, who's who. But they didn't ever bother us on the Mekong Delta. The boats. They'd go up there. Another company come up the river, boy, it's 4th of July. Brrr. We go up there, put. It didn't bother us much. Because then what are you going to do? Only 14 people. Yeah, they got a hold on it. So they just let us go. A lot of times we didn't even have we didn't have need no weapons. Because we knew where we were going. And we were friendly with the people.
Now, were you dressed in uniforms or were you dressed as civilians?
Never uniform, no. We always dressed in local attire.
Wow.
So that you got to learn the language, how to buy and do.
Were you ever captured?
No way. No, we pretty much knew where we were going and escape routes. No two people go the same way. Never sleep in the same area. You know, kill us all. We're not like birds. We all get there. You know how parties do. They get in the huddle, beep, 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 all night.
And how, I thought it was interesting too, you said if you snored, you
Oh,
couldn't
no,
come
you
into
couldn't,
you
no,
couldn't
you couldn't go.
be drafted.
No, you out there.
Couldn't snore. And you couldn't smoke the cigarette 'cause
No,
you could
we
sit a
don't
mile
smoke.
away.
Yeah, we don't. No smokers and no snorers.
Yeah, I thought
Those
that
are
was
the two
interesting.
things.
Yeah. Did you tell them how you could shoot?
Oh,
in your
yeah.
eye, which
Oh,
eye
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I was a two-shotter. We go to the field, and they could tell if I was over here. They said, "What? That's Burwell." I said, "How you know?" 2 times. Pow, pow. Never one shot. I was a two-shooter. They said, "Okay, we know where you at." We all had our little stuff that we go through, but I was a two-shotter. Then my hand got bad on me, but then this one's still working. Yeah, I got my leg twisted. No, but that's when that bomb got hit with that thing, knocked me out. And I woke up, I thought I was just out for a day. I know it was on a Tuesday, I thought it was like Wednesday or Thursday. No, it was a week later. I said, where am I? I knew where I was at because it was in Japan and they were speaking Japanese.
But you were hit by a bomb?
Yeah, got hit in the back with a satchel charge or something hit me. If I hadn't had that on, I'd have been dead back and I'd have been gone. I was trying to get up. He said, "Oh no, Sarge, you can't get up." They was all in there looking. I had a scar on my head, my arm, my leg. I looked down on his leg here was, they didn't turn around the other way. They said, "No, they didn't know which way to turn it." I said, "Well, be easy on it." I was getting good service, so that's one thing I can say about the medical people. They will send you to the best of the best. You don't have to worry about it. So, well, give them an aspirin. Tell them to come back tomorrow. We had teams to go in there, but they wasn't combat teams. Most of the time we was 12, no more than 12 people. We went in there for things to send to the people back. You tell me what you need, and we tell it, we go get it for you. We even went in and took soil samples. And then the plane come over. How did we get it to go to the plane? Balloon comes, they send a rig down with a balloon, we put it in there and let it go. The plane flies over. It's gone.
And picks up the balloon out of midair.
Yep.
With a soil sample.
Yep. Or whatever that's what they wanted. They ain't gonna put nobody down on the ground. It's a lot easier. Because where these guys come from, we come in there by night, you see us for 3 or 4 days, you don't see us no more. We gone. We come by night and we leave by night. Because a lot of times we have to get extracted too. If they got something big going on, they just say, "Well, let's take y'all out of there. Go down and get on the boat or go to another We never flown a military aircraft doing extractions. They don't want us to know that we were there.
They didn't come in with helicopters to pick you up?
Oh no, that's too much noise. No, we'll usually walk out. Might take us a month, week, still getting paid.
So what were some of the countries where you were doing this?
Oh well, almost all that stuff is, they keep that stuff over there in the Pentagon. It's classified, you sign.
Now, in the middle of all of this, did you get married?
Oh yeah.
How did that happen?
My shortest memory, where I said, "You want to get married?" And my wife said, "Yeah, let's get married." So she decided we'd get married on a Tuesday. We got married on a Friday, and I left for Southeast Asia that Monday. No honeymoon. My honeymoon was in the boots. And then that's how I got to come down here. I ain't know nobody there. My wife was from down here.
So that's how you wound up in Orange. I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
how did you wind up in little old Orange, Virginia?
Well, during my still hopping days, she came down. We decided to leave the district and came down here and raised the kids. All three of them went to Orange, graduated from Orange. I got one granddaughter that graduated from Orange. She went to Mary Washington University, and she graduated magna cum laude out of her basic course. Then she got her master's degree from Mary Washington University. Now she's a candidate for her doctorate.
So how long was your career in the Army?
31 or 32 years, I think it was.
If you were to give the younger generation today a word of advice, what would it be?
School. School, school, school.